So I read the novel Asylum, written by Madeline Rowe, and I rated this book a 3 out of 10. So a summary of the book would be: gifted student Daniel Crawford goes to a summer prep program at New Hampshire College, which used to be Brookline Mental Hospital, probably 100 years beforehand. So he leaves his home and his family to go to this college prep program. And from the second he gets into his dorm, superstitions were already high because of the building's past, on top of Daniel having a really odd roommate. And the first thing he finds in his room was a cryptic picture of an old patient from the Brookline Mental Hospital. So, on top of Daniel having an odd roommate and other cryptic pictures and notes, an unsettling series of events with some things him and other characters come across throughout the story, he has to figure out the backstory of this place before he can comfortably go on with his college prep program.
Can you describe a minor character that had a major importance?
So the minor character that had a major importance was his roommate Felix. From the second they met, he didn't really talk much, and he had some weird quirks about him where he just kind of disappeared at random times and didn't really just kept to himself. And he was one of those characters who was always in the wrong place at the wrong time, which just made him seem mysterious from the beginning. And so that made him just mysterious, and he ended up playing a major role in the climax of the novel, which, to avoid any spoilers, you can't know what the climax is, but he played a major role in that part.
What would you rate the book, and why would you rate it that?
So I rated the book a 3, only because it was poorly written. I think it was meant for a younger audience rather than an 18-year-old. There was no character development. No one really changed all that much throughout the novel, and there wasn't anything very climactic except right at the very end when finally things started to come to a rise. But I did give it a 3 because there were some more superstitious or mysterious things that kept egging me on to keep reading it. So it did keep me hooked to a certain extent, but there wasn't much to keep me going on it.
If you evaluated the end of the book, was it effective, and why or why not?
So I said that the ending was not effective because the writers seemed to hit a wall about halfway through the novel and not know how to finish the novel with efficiency. There wasn't really a cliffhanger for the next book in the series, and it had a decent ending. It just left me wanting more, but not in a good way. Just like felt incomplete, like they hadn't done enough to explain to me what the point of the actual story was.